It started with a phone call from my mom. "Grandma's been asking for you nonstop," she said. "She's in the hospital again, just overnight, nothing major." At first I didn't think much of it. My family is dramatic on a good day, and Grandma's had her fair share of health scares. But something about how urgent they were this time made me cave and drive down that evening. The hospital seemed quiet, too quiet. I asked the front desk where Grandma was, and the nurse frowned, tapping the keyboard. "There's no one by that name checked in today," she said. I remember laughing awkwardly, thinking maybe I had the wrong hospital. But before I could call my mom, I got a text. "Room 207. Ask for her at the side entrance." Weird, but I followed it. The door was unlocked. What I found wasn't a hospital room. It looked like a hospice ward that hadn't been used in years. Dusty, cold, and in the corner was Grandma, wide awake, sitting upright on the bed with her hands folded neatly in her lap like she'd been waiting. Her eyes snapped to me the second I walked in. "Oh good," she said. "You made it." That was when I knew something was off. She patted the bed beside her. I stayed standing. She just smiled and said, "They're going to ask you some things soon. Just say yes, okay? It's better that way." Before I could ask what the hell she meant, the door opened again. My dad stepped in, followed by my aunt and uncle, all of them wearing the same fake, tight-lipped smiles. I backed up. "What is this?" They told me to sit. I refused. Then my dad held up a manila folder and said, "This will all go much easier if you cooperate." Inside was a stack of printed emails, screenshots of my old therapy notes, stuff I never shared with anyone outside of a locked journal app, and photos of me on a really bad night I thought no one saw, all taken out of context, all twisted. They told me Grandma had decided to change her will, that she wanted to leave the house to me, not to the rest of the family, that this visit was their way of convincing me to decline the offer in writing, and if I didn't, well, that folder would somehow get leaked to my employer, my boyfriend, my college's dean. It wasn't even about the house. It was about control. It always had been. My family had spent years treating me like the unstable one, whispering about me behind my back, acting like my anxiety was a weakness to exploit. I didn't say a word, just stared at Grandma, hoping for some hint of decency, but she looked proud, like she'd helped orchestrate the whole thing. I left. I didn't fight back. Not yet. But that night, I called my lawyer. Turns out coercion voids any legal consent, and threatening to expose private medical information? Illegal. Very. I didn't even have to confront them again. My attorney sent a cease and desist. We filed a formal complaint for emotional blackmail and coercion. The best part? Grandma passed a few months later. Her actual will, the legal one on file with her attorney, never named me or any of them. She left the property to a charity she used to volunteer at. Her revised will was never even valid. The stunt they pulled? For nothing. And when the truth came out in probate court, screenshots, threats, photos, all of it laid bare, my aunt burst into tears right there. My dad didn't say a word, just sat there, face blank. As everything unraveled, I moved on. Therapy helped. So did cutting them all out of my life.